Today's training is going to be geared a little more towards the kids, but adults feel free to try it also. The first thing we're going to work on is kata. We're going to do Heian Shodan same way that we've done it often in class. This version, we're going to do the kata without moving our right foot throughout the entire kata. So it'll look something like this. Heian Shodan. So we're going to practice Heian Shodan again. This time it's going to be more stationary, so we're going to try to stay in the same spot. We're going to use paper plates this time underneath our feet. You should be able to do this on a wood floor as well as on carpet. Kids, make sure that you ask your parents first. I don't want to be the one accused of scratching up the wood floors at home. But also make sure that when you practice this one, you take a little more care with it. It is a little challenging because of the feet sliding with the paper plates. So we're going to step onto the paper plates and the kata will look like this. Heian Shodan. The next drill we're going to work on is going to be kicking, and we will need the use of a chair. So pause the video and get a chair, and we'll see you back here in just a minute. The first kick that we're going to be working on is the front snap kick. So before we get started, make sure that you have your chair placed in a position where if it does get knocked over, that you're not going to break anything, because again, this is my disclaimer. I'm not going to be responsible for anything that gets broken in your house when you're self-training. Next thing is when you're doing these kicks, you want to make sure that you get your knee up nice, high, and tight and pull your toes back. If you don't pull your toes back or if you don't get your knee up high enough, you're going to end up kicking the bottom of the chair. And that's when it's going to get flipped over. So when we start this, I want to make sure that I have my front knee close to the front of the chair. It's a lot easier the further away your knee is. So if you're starting, go ahead and practice a little further away. And then as you get more comfortable with it, start inching yourself up closer and closer to the chair. So that way, when you're throwing the kick, you're going to be able to clear it. Also, try not to come up in your stance. Try to keep your front knee bent, okay? So, make sure that also that you're not throwing a bad front kick or a bad mawashi and you're coming around. Make sure that your front foot is coming directly up across the center of the chair, and then the kick is coming across the center of the back of the chair. next kick we're going to be practicing is a side snap kick. When we're doing this kick, make sure your foot is in the proper position, toes not going up, but using the edge, the outside edge of your foot, and that the foot is traveling across the center of the seat of the chair, and then again, the center of the back of the chair. Okay, so again, try to keep your feet fairly close to the chair as you're performing this kick. Both the front kick and the side snap kick you can practice in this manner, and obviously practice both legs. For the side thrust kick, we're going to use one of our punching and kicking pads. If you don't have one of these, you can also use a pillow. You can prop it up against a wall. I'm going to use our Makiwara here. And I'm going to pause the video and get you guys a little better angle so you can see this better. So a couple of important points with the side thrust kick. The biggest thing that I want us to focus on today is form. You're going to load up your support foot, the kicking foot, you're going to pick that knee up straight in front of your body towards your chest, and then the blade edge of your foot is going to go straight off to the side into your target. You're going to then pick the knee back up to the chest, and then you're going to step down. So as we perform this kick, our target's going to be roughly ankle level, because I really want to, again, focus on proper technique. So the knee's going to come up, thrust out towards the target, the knee comes back up, and then back down. As we progress and keeping our form, we can step out a little bit further and then use the target of about our knee level. Again, focusing on form, knee up, thrust out, knee back, and down. Practice that several times with both feet, and then we'll move on. The next thing I want us to work on is balance. So from here, we're going to use our left foot as our support foot. So bend your left knee, take your right foot and hook it behind your left knee. Have inward tension, that squeezing feeling between your legs, and then extend your left hand out. You're going to have a right hand, draw hand, and then we're going to start punching. Challenge yourself to see how many punches you can get before you lose your balance. If you get pretty good at punching, then add rising blocks, add middle blocks. Anything that you can do to challenge yourself more. Let me know how you do. For this next drill, I'm going to use, I happen to have two high top chairs, a broomstick, some string, a tennis ball, and some tape. So you can see how I put everything together. Pause the video, and if you have these supplies at home, try to make this, and I'll see you as soon as we get back. This next drill is geared more towards the kids, but the adults, you guys can have fun with this as well. I got an old broom handle, tennis ball, some string, and some tape. I tied the string to the tennis ball, and then I secured it with tape so it wouldn't come loose very easily. Then after I tied the string to the broom handle, I secured that with tape as well. I used an old belt and a sash and secured it to the top of the chairs. So from here, I want to have the tennis ball roughly about my solar plex level so I can twist that up. And I want to work on control. I don't want to sit there and beat the tennis ball so that it spins around the pole. You guys can do that later if you want to for fun. But right now, I want to just think about barely striking that ball. Just focusing on the ball and not let it get away from me. Again, concentrate on good form, and let's see how you do. While we have this here, we can also use it to practice some kicking drills. We can use it for a side snap kick, and you can also adjust the height of the ball if you want to try to get the your kicks a little bit higher. Just wind it up a little bit, and then you can practice it there also. You can do the same thing with front kicks, and again, challenge yourself to see what you can do. Have fun with it. This next drill that we're going to do is going to help with our posture. So from here, I just happen to have a copy of Art of War on me. So grab your favorite book, or if you have a small focus mitt pad, you can use one of those also. What we're going to practice here is walking through our basics with the book or punching pad focus mitt on your head. Okay, I want you to try to continue through the techniques without the book or the pad falling off of your head. Okay, practice that and let us know how you do. For this next drill, I want you to go grab yourself a bottle of water. So whether you drink 3/4 of it or you just happen to have one laying around with a quarter of the bottle left, I want you to grab that bottle and then figure out a specific drill that you want to do. Whether it's a punching drill, kicking drill, maybe it's squat kicks, burpees, something of that nature. After you figure out what drill it is, then come back with your water bottle. We're going to sit down and you're going to take the water bottle and see how long it takes you to get the bottle to flip upright. However many times you do the flip without it landing upright, that's how many squat kicks or whatever the drill that you decide to do, that's how many you have to do. So let us know how you do on this and challenge maybe a friend of yours from the dojo. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully the kids and the adults enjoyed training with myself and Bob, and make sure that you continue to train. We're hoping to be back in the dojo soon. Stay healthy. See ya.